So right off the bat, some kind of truth is going to be revealed. Either it's already been revealed, which I do believe it possibly could have been with the moon reversed and the Ace of Swords, or it'll be revealed some point this week. And it's going to cause some heartbreak. It's going to be an unbalanced, unfair, unjust truth. Somebody was being greedy. Somebody was being selfish. Could have to do with money. With the Ace of Coins reversed. Maybe somebody was using you for money, stealing from you. I don't know. Let's see. Let's get some clarifiers. If it's your birthday this week, happy birthday, by the way. Tell me about this Ace of Swords. You have the Hermit. Could be dealing with a Virgo. But this is definitely something being brought to your attention. Something, like I see like something's being illuminated to you. Tell me about the Hermit. And you have the Queen of Swords and the Ace of Cups. Oops. Could have been somebody left you for somebody else. You do have the Queen of Swords twice here at the bottom of the deck and clarifying the Hermit. So it could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or it could be a woman that's taking on the Queen of Swords energy. Somebody who's being fair, somebody who isn't afraid to cut people out of their lives, someone who thinks logically. Tell me about the Three of Swords. You know, Temperance could be a Sagittarius, but I feel like this is saying this is something you need to heal over, or something from the past that you haven't quite healed over. Tell me about the Four of Coins. Why is the Four of Coins here for Taurus, please? I don't know if anyone knows. But the Ten of Swords is in there. Four of Coins, please. You have King of Cups, Two of Coins. With the Four of Coins again at the bottom of the deck, so we have a court couple here now. It could be that if you're this Queen of Cups, you're finding out that your King of Cups, your husband, wife, or husband, boyfriend, significant other, you know, I just go off the genders on the cards, was juggling too and decided to choose somebody else. Could have been an air sign, but I'll turn this around for you. It could be that you are this King of Cups and you decided to leave your wife or girlfriend for somebody else that you feel a connection with as well. And now you're feeling heartbroken that you had to break this queen's heart. Or it could be that, you know, she's the one feeling heartbroken. I feel like both of you might be feeling heartbroken, though. Tell me about this Queen of Cups. Clarify the Queen of Cups, please. Because the Queen of Cups reverse can be emotional imbalance. Two of Swords. So I feel like, I mean, the Two of Swords is usually having to make a choice based off of your intuitions, like being a little bit blinded to something. But I feel like this queen knew what was going on, but chose not to see it. Like, she knew her king was messing around on her, was wanting to leave the relationship for somebody else, but she didn't listen to her intuition. She didn't want to believe that this relationship was ending. You have death at the bottom of the deck, so there's definitely an ending here. And with Justice reverse, it could be that, you know, she's still holding on. She's still being blinded to the truth, still refusing to see the truth, that there's really nothing here anymore, that this king is moving on. Tell me about Justice. We have the Sun and the Four of Wands. So this could be a marriage that we're dealing with that's being broken up. Justice again at the bottom of the deck. And I feel like this queen is refusing to see that it's over. Like, she's being relentless, still trying to get her king back. Maybe due to a lack of security within herself. Like, she's fearing having to find stability on her own. Tell me about this Ace of Coins. It's a lot, but we have the Star, Three of Cups, King of Swords, Ten of Coins. Tell me about this Ace of Coins, please. Why is the Ace of Coins here for Taurus? Nine of Cups. I feel arrogance off of this Nine of Cups. We have Seven of Coins at the bottom of the deck, so this queen has a lot invested into this king, and I feel like it's arrogance that's having her kind of, like, I don't want to say dig her claws in, so maybe it's a Cancer that you're dealing with this Queen of Cups, but I feel like she's holding on due to arrogance. It's not even out of love, really. Because the only love card I see here is the Ace of Cups, but that's attached to this Queen of Swords. Tell me about the Moon. Clarify the Moon for Taurus, please. The Devil. So, definitely some toxic energy. I don't know who's got the toxic energy, whether that be the Queen, the King, or this Queen of Swords. It could very well be both. Like the King, because he left his wife or girlfriend for somebody new, but at the same time it could be this Queen, because I feel like she's holding on out of arrogance, not out of love. Like, she doesn't want, like, the humiliation of being left for another woman, almost. Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Tell me about the Devil. Whose energy is the Devil? You could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I don't feel that. Ace of Coins. So the toxic energy here, I feel like, is somebody's... I feel like this queen may be holding on to this king just because he has money. It's not because of love. It's most definitely not because of love. She's reversed. And she doesn't have any love cards. The only love card is here with this Ace of Cups. Here with the Queen of Swords. You do have Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So there's some kind of either soulmate energy, somebody from the past, or this could be children. What's this Ace of Coins with the double? Why is this Ace of Coins toxic? Clarify the Ace of Coins, please. So you have Six of Cups and Seven of Cups. You could be dealing with a false twin flame energy, false... It could just be that one energy here is karmic. One of these queens is karmic, and the other queen is the true soulmate, the true, well, I mean, they're all soulmates, but the true twin flame. Which could possibly be this Queen of Swords, because she's the one that has the Ace of Cups. And she's the one that's holding on out of arrogance, not out of love. I don't know what's going on here, Taurus. My goodness. So let me get you some advice. Maybe this will clarify what's going on here for you. We have trilobites, which is the number 44. Let's see, I'm going to read this out of the book. So the divination meaning is expand your timeline. Trilobites are ancient creatures who once roamed our oceans for millions of years. Over time, they have become but fossil memories. Just as it took millennia for them to change, so too your situation will take much longer to mature than you originally thought. Take heart, however, this time will do you good. Take this opportunity to meditate on your past and future actions. Consider your words and perhaps even rehearse your lines over and over again until you have everything just right. But more importantly, do not rush. Take your time and let each situation ripen in its own way. You may not know precisely what you are waiting for, but worry not, the time will not be wasted. Mentally expand your timeline and make good use of your weight. So what this is saying to me now is, this is just what I'm seeing. It could be vice versa. So however it resonates with you. But I feel like, especially with them both being cup suits, these two are meant to come together eventually, come back together eventually. But for now, it's not in your best interest. Whether you're the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, whatever. I feel like this Queen of Swords is external. I don't feel like a Queen of Swords would be watching. If you are, however, just know that this may be temporary. But what I'm getting is that these two are meant to be together in this life, just not at this exact moment. And what's meant for you to happen right now is to go your separate ways and learn new lessons with new people Because right now, you're just not resonating with each other. I mean, if you're this Queen of Cups, I feel like you're holding on due to not wanting to be embarrassed, due to, you know, just arrogance. Or if you're this King, I feel like you have love for this Queen, but right now somebody else that resonates with you more is coming into the picture, and you have this new love. You have emotions for both people, feelings for both people, but you're just not resonating with this Queen at this time. I do feel like it will come back together eventually, but for the time being, this is the right path for you to go your separate ways. But here you are, right in the middle, in the upright. So there's definitely passion here, definitely inspiration, motivation, but with the Adaptive Flames reversed, this is stagnation. You could be feeling a lack of contentment with your life, feeling like no matter how much effort you put into making things better, whether that be with a relationship or in a business partnership or just in life in general, you feel like you keep getting knocked down. And I feel like the stagnation here is you trying to figure out the way around these issues, trying to figure out a way around these roadblocks, waiting for the solutions to come to you rather than trying to force it, I feel like. So I don't feel like the stagnation is a bad thing. But let's get some clarifiers to make sure. I'm sorry guys, I might be burping a lot because my acid reflux is terrible. So my apologies. Tell me about this Three of Flames for Taurus. Why is the Three of Flames here? Knight of Cups. So definitely waiting for the right solution to come to you. Waiting for the right opportunities to come to you to get you out of this rut. Tell me about the Adaptive Flames, please. Four of Swords. So this stagnation period or these roadblocks that are being created for you could be being set up with the intent of you taking time to not only taking time for yourself and to recuperate, but also to heal over whatever past traumas or whatever guilts you're holding on to. So the fact that you're not trying to like just push forward through these roadblocks is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Tell me about the Six of Crystals. The Fool. Hold on, let me clarify the Fool. Clarify the Fool for Taurus, please. The Knight of Coins. So again, this is, you know, you feeling like you've been putting in so much effort and you're getting nowhere, but you're not losing your hope for it. You're just kind of waiting for the answers to come to you. Tell me about the Lovers. Why is the Lovers here for Taurus? Clarify the Lovers, please. The Devil. So there could have been a little bit of toxic behavior, maybe an addiction that you're trying to work through at this time. Or if it's not an addiction, it could be anything that you do too much of. Maybe you put too much trust in somebody, whether that be a partner or a romantic partner. But let me clarify. Why is the Devil here? Whatever it is, I feel like that's what's needing to be healed from at this time. The Six of Coins and Judgment. So this is definitely some karmic energy here. These are karmic lessons that need to be worked through. You could have possibly been involved in a third-party situation, whether I feel like this is way past though. And this is just something that you're being kind of forced to heal through, excuse me. I don't feel like this is recent. It very well could be. But this is something that's creating insecurities for you. You have the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, and with the next step in your life, you're not going to be able to progress forward until you work past whatever those insecurities are. And that's why these roadblocks are being set up. If you were to, ignore this healing process and keep pushing forward past those roadblocks like you probably usually did, it's just going to create more traumatic experiences in the future. So spirit, the divine, whatever you believe in, the universe, these roadblocks are being set up so that you have no choice but to stay here and really think about what is causing, what's the right word to use? What is causing this, my God, I'm having a brain fart. Insecurities. So that you can heal over this and grow and move forward and start to progress your soul the way you should be doing. Tell me about the Master of Crystals. We have the Hanging Man and the Knight of Swords again. So somebody could have possibly told you some things about yourself that made you realize that there were insecurities, that there were past traumas that you needed to heal over, and that's what's kind of making you rethink your whole life up to this point. Or kind of, look back and see where the trauma occurred and where the issues started happening. Because you have, harsh communication, and then you have this, being hung up and starting to really think about things from a new perspective. It could just be that, the divine or spirit is bringing it to your attention. The Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you've been holding on to a grudge or something that's petty, something that the universe is saying it's time to let this go. It's time to move past this. You don't deserve to hold on to this anymore. Not saying that you ever did deserve to hold on to it, but there was a reason why you held on to it, and you just weren't addressing it the way it needed to be. Tell me about the Two of Flames. Clarify the Two of Flames, please. Queen of Coins. So this didn't really appear to be too much of a love reading at first, but we have the Queen of Coins here with the Ten of Coins at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like the reasons why you're being called to really heal from this past trauma, whatever grudges you've been holding on to, is because a divine partnership is being brought into the picture now. Because we have the King of Crystals and the Queen of Coins, which would be the King and Queen of Pentacles. And with the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is your legacy. This is lifelong, you know, happy family. This is wealth and prosperity. And you're being called to work on those insecurities now because you can't bring that into this next part of your life, this next chapter in your book, because you do have a partnership here that is going to be equal give and take. You do have the Six of Pentacles here twice. It's going to require both of you to heal from the past, both of you to reciprocate, both of you to give equally and take equally. So let's get you some final advice. The Ace of Swords wanted to pop out. Just gonna throw that out there. There could be some truths that need to be spoken. Some, you know, a little bit of clarity needs to be given here, whether that be to you or to the Queen of Coins or to whoever, you know, caused these past traumas, or it could just be from you to yourself, to stop lying to yourself and start working on whatever traumas are holding you back from progressing in life. That one popped out while I was shuffling, so that one, I guess, is the one. So this one's contemplation, analysis, and awareness, which is very fitting of, you know, I would see that as the Hanging Man. So very fitting advice here. Man is the only animal for whom his own existence is a problem which he has to solve. Let's see if you can see that. While we share common traits with all other living entities and are indeed linked to them in so many ways, our humanity is probably best defined by our awareness of ourselves. We alone can look up to the sky and contemplate our role in the universe. We alone have the freedom of choice and the capability of rational thought beyond survival and procreation. We alone can question relative values and choose right from wrong. Our consciousness is both a blessing and a burden. It provides us with the ability to ponder and question. More than any other living entities, we have the capacity to consider variables and options for the future, and to be either encouraged or concerned about the possibilities. So definitely, your advice is to really start thinking about whatever traumas have been holding you back to this point, and if you continue to let them hold you back, what is your future going to look like? And, you know, the same as you're going to think about it that way, think about it if you do change, if you do heal from those traumas and work past this and let go of the petty and the, you know, the grudges you've been holding on to, how's your future going to look then? So it's definitely your advice is take on this Hanging Man, take on this Pisces perspective and start thinking about things in a new light. Think about, you know, the traumas that need to be healed and what your life's going to start looking like once you do heal that. Once you do let go of those grudges that you no longer need to hold on to.